the G5 jet. I'm on my way to a brand new kit.
From industry news to mobile technology, leaks, and rumors, we cover tomorrow's tech news today. eSIM Tech News.
What is going on? What is going on? How's everybody doing? Let me make sure I can hear myself real quick. Yeah, we're good. We are good. So, hope everybody's having a good Friday afternoon. Hope everybody had a good week. Very busy over here. I do apologize. Need to be live streaming more often, but thank you for joining me today. If we get a decent amount of people in here, we can do a Amazon gift card giveaway. If we get enough people, we'll do a giveaway, and whoever wins, I will email you a $20 Amazon gift card. We'll see how many people we get in here. So I guess I probably should have promoted that. Obviously didn't, but let's get into it. So we have some good stories for today. There's actually a lot going on this week. Actually developing another application at the moment, so busy. But let's get into. Let me turn my audio up here just a second. All right, let's get into. So, unfortunately, I've been so busy, and y'all know. Well, maybe if you don't, but YouTube is not my primary source of income. I hope it is one day, right? But I got a lot of stuff going on. So if it was, I would have this long, lengthy iPhone 17 Pro video camera comparison with the Pixel 10 Pro and the S25 Ultra, and I will at some point. But really, and I knew this was going to happen. Sorry, I'm kind of stumbling over my words. I knew this was going to happen, right? So I haven't really used the iPhone as much as I had hoped. And it comes down to, I just hate iOS. So I do need an iPhone to test my apps out. So I have it here when I need to test stuff out. But don't, all you Android fans out there, don't think I'm switching up on you, because I am not. I haven't picked this thing up in a couple days, but I'm going to start using it tomorrow to test the new app I'm developing. But iOS still not quite there yet. You know, the crazy thing is, do you remember when what was it, about 2 years ago, when the leak on, I think it was on X, and then all the tech publications caught wind of it, where you can basically turn on, you can get into developer mode on this, and you can check out the refresh rate, kind of like how you can on Android, right? If you go into developer options, you can enable a refresh rate, where it'll show you the refresh rate of the screen real time up on the top left, right? And it'll tell you where you're at. And most, well, not most, all flagship phones now have an LTPO refresh rate display, where it goes all the way up to 120 hertz, or if you're the new OnePlus 15, it'll go all the way up to 165 hertz. But then when you're not touching the screen, when you're reading something and you're leaving the screen alone, it'll go down to like, scale down to like 1, right? That's the new LTPO 2.0. I think in the past it would scale down to 30, scale down to 15 or 20, but all the like S25 Ultra, it'll go all the way down to 1 if you're not even messing with it, right? So there was a leak that came out a couple years ago that said actually the iPhones are not really 120 hertz refresh rate. I think it topped out at like 84 for the refresh rate, and everybody was like, damn, it's not even 120. Well, being a lifelong Android user and then jumping on iOS, whatever it is, 26 on the new iPhone 17 Pro, it's supposed to have 120 hertz. I can tell you, seems slow as molasses. So I don't know. I think I'm going to make a video about that probably this upcoming week, because there's no way this is 120 hertz. I mean, it's not. Okay, I take that back. It's not slow as molasses. but it's slow. Like when you jump on your Android, after I use this for 10-15 minutes and I jump back on my S25 Ultra, or hell, even the Pixel 10 Pro, I'm like, holy shit, these are fast. This thing is just not, it's fluid. It's nice and fluid and bubbly and flowing just fine. But on my phones, boom, 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 boom. I'm trying to do stuff fast. I'm trying to get out of this app as fast as possible and get in my other app as fast as possible. I'm throwing it up in the recents menu. I'm sliding it all the way over, and I'm selecting the app that I haven't used in the last few hours, and it's all the way on the left hand side in my recents menu, and I'm trying to jump into that ASAP. And iPhone doesn't seem as fast. It is what it is, and maybe, I don't know. There's no way it says 120 hertz. Now, I'll find out this week what it's really pushing, and if it's still below 120, shame on you, Apple. Shame on you. But look, it's cool. It looks cool. I also have, if you do and/or are interested, iPhone case reviews. I got this Spigen case review coming out. This thing feels so nice, man. It's their Spigen silicone case. It feels like butter. Like it's just, ooh, it's nice. And then I'm also gonna do a thin-born. Well, I have most of it recorded. Thin-born case review for the iPhone 17 Pro. You can tell there's fingerprints on it. So I actually use my cases before I do a case review. I know that may surprise some people, but I actually use them. And then this is one of my favorites too, the Nano Pop. Spigen Nano Pop. It has the rough edges, rough sides. And take a look at this, S25 Ultra, Spigen Nano Pop. So it's got the rough edges where you're definitely not going to drop it. Okay, so let's get into some of the news for today. So where is my Pixel? I got the box here. Oh, and if you're just joining me a little late, it looks like we got more people in here. I'm going to do a live giveaway. Screw it, we'll just do it for whoever's here in a little bit, not right now. I'm going to give away a $20 Amazon gift card. So everybody is Amazon, right? I mean, basically nowadays. We'll do a $20 Amazon gift card giveaway. Whoever is the winner, I'll get with you on the back end once this is over, and I'll email you a $20 Amazon gift card. So you can get whatever the hell you want to, right? Let me find my Pixel, because that's what we're about to talk about. Hang on. All right, I got it. Man, this is a nice phone. So if you still have a Pixel 9 series or a Pixel 8 series, this is a nice phone. The Pixel 10 series, so Pixel 10 Pro. It's just, I have a lot of phones here, and I don't. So basically, how I'm doing it is my S25 Ultra. That's my main phone. That's my go-to phone. I was just thinking this week, God, I love this Samsung. This, you know what? And I know y'all that have been subscribed to me for a while, at least for the last 6 months, I did not like this S25 Ultra when it first came out. Y'all know that, right? I bought 3 of them. I was gonna upgrade my wife and potentially got one for my daughter. My daughter didn't like it. She's a Pixel user. My wife didn't really like it. She's a Pixel user. And I wanted to like it, but the damn thing would overheat, right? I think all 3 of them overheated. And make a long story short, One UI 8 is basically saved this device. It is I'm off of beta, I'm on stable build. One UI 8 is saved this device. It's very smooth, no more overheating. I can't even remember the last time it got hot. Once I upgraded to the beta program, boom, the overheating went away. I was like, damn, this is really nice. It's buttery smooth. It's just a badass device. Now, I do wish cameras were a little better. It's kind of, the S25 Ultra is known to be the very best Android phone, right? Or at the top of the list, right there with the Pixel 10 Pro. But it's at the top of the list, right? Depending on who you ask. It's either one or number two. But to have a $1,300 phone and it not be on the very top of the list for camera quality, right? For pixels right at the very top of the list, and that's where Samsung needs to be. They're not bad by any means. The camera, the photo quality, the video quality, it's not bad, but it definitely could be better. Now, to my naked eye, it's good enough. It's good enough to still use it, right? But it is my number one phone. I do have my personal SIM in there, but I do have my second SIM in here. Gotta use Pixel as well. But going back to, if you've been a viewer of this channel, so that's what brings us in to today's news with Google. So this literally just broke about an hour ago, and I knew I was waiting around to do my live stream because this news just broke. So the Pixel is a fantastic device. It showcases the very best of Android, cutting edge of Android. Now, depending on who you ask, are the specs right up there with the S25 Ultra? Maybe, maybe not. In the camera department, it definitely is, right? In the video department, it definitely is. But in raw horsepower, got it beat in the screen, although the Pixel was rated at the number one screen. But depending on who you ask, it may or may not have the best hardware. Now, going to modem, that's where the Snapdragon, X80 takes the cake. That's where the processor, the modem, the GPU, that's where this really takes off, right? So we got news today that Google is going to upgrade the modem. So they're in the Pixel 10, they currently have the Samsung Exynos 5400 modem. Now, that's the same modem that you can find in last year's Pixel 9 series, the Samsung Exynos 5400 modem. Well, we just got word Google is going to kick Samsung to the curb and go with MediaTek as their modem for the Pixel 11 series. Now, that's music to my ears because this new MediaTek modem is going to get T-Mobile's new 5G standalone network. The Samsung Exynos 5400 does not get T-Mobile's new standalone 5G network. You know how long we've had 5G for? Seems like a while, right? And a surprising fact is that actually T-Mobile is the only carrier, at least in the United States, that has a true 5G network. So even I was kind of misled. So even if you go back a year from now, say this time last year, all these companies say we have 5G, fastest 5G, best 5G coverage. Technically, it was still a 4G technology, just on freaking steroids. T-Mobile has the first real true 5G standalone network, meaning it's based on 5G, not 4G like all the others. It's actually 5G. And that's one thing that was a bummer when this came out, is that we knew the Samsung Exynos 5400 modem did not get that. It does not pick up. Now, that doesn't mean this is a slouch. Google did upgrade the signal. Google did upgrade the downlink speeds and uplink speeds, meaning how fast you can download and export data off your phone. They did upgrade it by doing some other things, right? So they did not upgrade the modem, but they did upgrade the algorithm inside here that the modem connects onto the carrier network signals. And also, and I made a video about it, it actually is quite a bit better. The download speeds are faster. I get a stronger signal. However, they did not upgrade the hardware. So next year they are upgrading the hardware. And let's check out the modem here. I believe, I can't remember, it's the MediaTek what is it, like M90 or something? Let's see. Let me share my screen here. Here we go. Check this out. So Google's reportedly testing MediaTek modem for the Tensor G6 in the Pixel 11. So, according to Mystic Leaks, Google is conducting early internal testing on the MediaTek M90, M as in Mary, 90 modem for the Pixel 11 and the Tensor G6 CPU. We see a command line. There is a screenshot showing the baseband version, which is basically your modem, as the A900A, which is the hardware component for the MediaTek M90 modem. It shows the bootloader is quote-unquote spacecraft compared to the Pixel 10's deep space. That's the extent of today's leak. Now, MediaTek announced the M90 modem at Mobile World Congress 2025 in February. So this thing is just a few months old. This is on the latest cutting edge of modem technology. It has 12 gigabits per second peak download speeds with dual 5G SIM dual active support with dual data capabilities. The chip maker touts AI models designed to enhance power efficiency and device performance. There's also support for satellite connectivity, which Pixel does enable, especially for all T-Mobile users. I believe that comes in most, I think, post-paid plans. I'm not sure on prepaid, but the satellite connectivity for sure comes into play. And that's only needed if you're like hiking on a mountain, if you're literally out in the desert where cell towers have a hard time reaching your device, right? You can lean on that satellite connectivity. I tried to do satellite connectivity here, but I was not able to enable it because I have cell towers all around. So it'll only fall back on that if you absolutely need it. Now, the process node was not disclosed. With the Exynos 5400, which is the Samsung Exynos 5400 modem, is a 4 nanometer node. They believe the node for the upcoming MediaTek M90 modem is a 3 nanometer node for that press for that chip of the modem. Availability of engineering samples was set for the second half of 2025. So it looks like those engineering samples are out, basically meaning like they're going to give Google, who wants to test this modem out with the new Pixel 11, and trust me, they have a Pixel 11 already made. They're testing it out. That's what they do. They have these things planned like 3 or 4 years in advance, and Google said they're not changing the design, which is a-okay with me. I love the way the Pixel looks. I'm just happy that they're upgrading hardware. Now, before we move on to the next topic, I want Google to do, so this is good news. It was just a matter of time before they upgraded the modem, but I want to see Google do more when it comes to performance on these chips. I know it's not all about performance, it's not all about benchmarks, but damn it, I want some good looking numbers coming from this device. Now, the CPU is actually not that bad right now in the Tensor G5. It's the GPU. So if they can, for whatever reason, I've heard rumors that the GPU doesn't play nicely with the benchmarking apps. Maybe that's just an excuse. I have no idea. All I know is that the CPU test decent. It's not bad. It's decent. But when you test the GPU, like on Geekbench 6, man, it is bad. It is freaking horrible numbers, like laughable numbers. For just an example, before we move on, check this out. So I'm going to give you an example of a score, right? Damn it, man. All these freaking notifications. Check this out. So I'm going to give you an example. So let's go to history. And this is GPU testing. So on the Pixel compared to the Samsung and or Tensor compared to Snapdragon, let me show you what the GPU test numbers were. It's pretty embarrassing. Y'all are going to be blown away by this. So on the Snapdragon, let's go to GPU. Let's go to GPU. So on the Tensor GPU, I got a score of 3,704, 3704 for the GPU benchmark on the Pixel. 3704. On the Samsung S25 Ultra, I got a GPU benchmark score 24,534. 24,000 points compared to 3,000 points. That tells you just how far behind this GPU is. I don't know if they need, well, obviously they need to tweak it more, but I don't know what the hell's going on here. Like it's like something's going on. Now you can't tell. Look, if I didn't give you that information and I just handed you the phone, you would have no idea it scores a low GPU score on Geekbench 6. It performs fine. It doesn't stutter. It's actually pretty quick. It actually edits videos, and when I go into CapCut, and compiles videos perfectly fine. So you wouldn't really tell that it has a low GPU score. That's why I'm like, something's like not right here. Something's going on, but I just hope they will. And that's why I love Android, because it does get better with each and every update, right? Typically, right? I mean, after 6 months of usage, this S25 Ultra, I love this thing, right? That's how I started this video out, was when I first got this S25 Ultra, I didn't really love it. It was overheating a lot, but Samsung's pushed, what, 6, 7, 8 updates to this thing, and now it's freaking badass. So the Pixel 10 series, still rather new. I think we've only had one major update, well, technically 2, but give it another 4, 5, 6 updates. It's going to be, I'm going to give them benefit of the doubt. I think they'll get this GPU thing right, straightened out. So, but good thing that they are upgrading the modem to a MediaTek M90 modem. Now, it's not, look, they're testing it. So it's not like set in stone that they're going to change it, but it looks like they're going to change it. Like, even if they don't go to this MediaTek modem, they'll probably choose something. I have no idea. But I think they do want to get away with Samsung as far as hardware. They got away from the CPU. Now they're slowly backing away from the modem. So I think it's only right. There's no way they're going to stick with this same modem for 3 years in a row, right? So I think you will see a modem upgrade in the Pixel 11 series. So check this out. And if you're watching, stick around for a few more minutes. We'll do an Amazon gift card giveaway. We'll run that here shortly. I'll get you whoever wins a $20 Amazon gift card. So Samsung is going to launch the S26 Plus after all. So for months and months and months, I was telling and that was the plan. This was the plan. The S25 Plus, the middle child, was going to get the axe, and Samsung was going to slide in the S26 Edge. So if you asked me last week, the plan was that they were going to come out with the S26 Pro, S26 Edge, and S26 Ultra. And a couple days ago, guess what? It's back. Samsung is now gearing production up for the S26 Plus. Now that doesn't mean they're gonna axe the Edge. They're gonna have 4 phones this year. So they're gonna do the S26 Pro, the S26 Edge, the S26 Plus, and the S26 Ultra. Whew, man, look, I know the Plus model, that was one of my favorites, right? When they bumped it up to 12 gigs of RAM, I think they did that with the S24 Plus. Was the first year they went with 12 gigs of RAM. I was like, finally they nailed it. And they not only upgraded the RAM, they upgraded the display to a 2K display, because if you remember, the S23 Plus and all older models only had that 1080p Plus. So I was like, there was always something holding it back. And then with the S24 Plus, I had gotten one of those, a blue one, and I was like, whoa, I was thinking at the time, that might be the best phone in the lineup. I know it's lacking that 200 megapixel sensor that the Ultra has, but look, there's a fair argument to say the Ultra is too freaking big. And it is. It is big, but it's like a love-hate relationship. Like, if it was any other phone, it'd probably drive me crazy and I would get rid of it. But it is the Samsung. It does have a nice, beautiful display. So, but look, let's just face it. It's huge, right? I have to juggle it in my hand to make screen selections. It's basically a two-handed phone, right? Well, the Plus model was almost the perfect model because it's slightly smaller. You can actually use it with one hand. Now, cameras, probably the only area that lacked a little bit just because it was missing that 200 megapixel sensor. But I'm glad they're bringing it back. I'm glad they are bringing it back. The more options, the better, right? So I'm actually interested in the Edge. Now that I was thinking, damn, I'm going to get an Edge and an Ultra. And now they're saying the Plus is going to come out. Oh my God. They get me every time. I can't buy 3 phones, right? Can I? I'm sure I could, but will I is the question. So why did they bring it back, right? Well, production and sales of the S25 Edge have not been good since June. So the month after its launch, sales dropped off pretty quick. So this is a bad sign. As most smartphones usually sell the best in their first 3 months of availability. Samsung's still selling the hell out of the S25 Ultra. It's their best selling phone I think they've had in years. So it's Samsung is basically leaving money on the table, taking away models, right? So in my opinion, I think Samsung is scared to let go of the Plus because the sales of the S25 Edge were so bad. Now, I think the S25 Edge is probably one of my favorite phones this year. It does not get a lot of love. It was a weird launch. They launched it like 3 months after the other S25 models. So it kind of slid under the radar on a lot of people. And plus people hear, oh, it's got a small battery. Well, guess what? It gets better battery life than my S25 Ultra. So I think it'll grow on people. And I think the S26 Edge will have better sales than the S25 Edge. They're going to launch it at the same time. Also, all 4 phones are going to launch on the same day. So I think you'll see better sales. I think after people get more comfortable, people will watch reviews on the previous model and say, damn, so the battery life wasn't bad at all? This might be a good option. Plus, it has that 200 megapixel sensor the Plus model is missing. But I think Samsung wanted to make sure they cover all their grounds when it comes to sales. They cannot lose any sales to Apple or to Google or to anybody else. So with these 4 devices, they have everybody covered. If you want the thinness, and trust me, all these devices are going to be thinner. Not just the Edge. The Edge is getting more thin. Well, guess what? The Ultra is getting more thin. The Plus is said to be more thin. And so is the regular S26 Pro. So they're all going to get a little thinner and a little lighter. So I'm very excited for the launch of the S26 series. I'm definitely getting 1, if not 2. Definitely getting the Ultra and probably going to get the Edge, to be quite honest with you. And you can find, if you want to test one out before you possibly get an S26 Edge, you can find really, really good deals on the S25 Edge. I was just looking online. You can get one for right around $500 in good condition. And they were what, $1,200 brand new? So say the aftermarket price on those have plummeted. And look, T-Mobile's basically giving those away for free, as AT&T and Verizon were. So very interesting. But the S26 model, excuse me, the S26 Plus model is back. If that's your favorite, Samsung's going to have it for you. They do not want to lose out on any sales. And I think that was a good choice, because I was bummed out when I heard that they were going to get rid of the Plus model. Now check this out. How beautiful of a phone is that? Say what you want about OnePlus. I had people in my comments dogging OnePlus, saying they're stealing your data. And I was like, do you have any proof of this? Like, I need paperwork. I need proof. Because I simply don't believe it. Now, if you bring proof forward, if you got proof, please show me, and we will dog them out for doing that. But at the moment, we don't have any proof. That was just a claim, and that was a claim by the government. And you know that the government has a crackdown on all Chinese products. And guess what? OnePlus is a Chinese company. So, of course, they're going to try to dog them for, give them a bad name so people will not buy them and go get an Apple. But look how beautiful of a phone that is. This is another device that I want to get really, really, really bad. Now, this is the one you're going to see a lot on advertisements online. Not really commercials, but advertisements like this. When you're scrolling around online, you're going to see this one, the Sandstone. Now, they have an all black one that's supposed to be pretty badass. It's the darkest black color ever put on any mobile device. That may be the one to get. Now, I know why they're not showing that on these ads, because it is so black, you wouldn't really be able to, you have to squint your eyes to see just how beautiful of a device that is. And it may be a good option for getting the Sandstone. OnePlus finally did it. They finally put it, I know, look, the people at OnePlus are very, very excited when it comes to this device. They are ecstatic. They feel like they've made the perfect smartphone. And I think they have a good case for saying that, because in my opinion, it appears they have the full package right here. So in years past, and I'm going to get at the global launch, because if you want to get your hand on one of these, I'll let you know in just a second when you can do that. But it seems like they've finally put the total package together. They've always had the performance, and that's always why I love them. When you use a OnePlus phone, it's like driving a Ferrari. It is. It's faster than anything you've ever used. It's smoother than anything you've ever used. Just the operating system's very customizable, almost, if not more customizable than Samsung, but it's like in the custom ROM customizable operating systems. If you come from the custom ROM days, like I do, I used to be flashaholic, used to flash a new ROM every day. God, I can't believe I did that back in the day. I wasted so much time. It is what it is. But, and then so they always had the performance, but they're like, their cameras just aren't there. Well, guess what? The OnePlus 12 had better sensor, had better cameras, had better picture quality than my S23 Ultra at the time. Now, I believe they took just a slight step back into camera quality, although it's still freaking awesome. It's better than Samsung, quite honestly. With the OnePlus 13. Now, they're going to drop the Hasselblad branding for their sensors coming up on this OnePlus 15, but they have a trick up their sleeve. They have a new algorithm, the new detail engine, or whatever they're calling it. It's going to be Hasselblad-like, right? So I think they're going to nail it on the cameras again this year. Now, some people did not like the rounded display, and I think with this going all flat back, flat front, we can finally put the curved displays to bed, because it was cool when it first came out, but Jesus, I hate the accidental touches. It used to affect me for some reason pretty bad. Okay, I gotta go. So let's do this. Let me get you the launch date and let's do the drawing. So check this out. Launch date for the OnePlus 15 is going to be Dun dun dun. I just had it. Where did it go? November 13th. I'm going to have to edit that long. Pause out. November 13th. So you're going to get a China launch on October 27th. It's here in 3 weeks. And you're going to get a United States launch on November 13th, which is about 5 weeks away, right? In between 5 and 6 weeks. So just over a month, and you can get you one of these. It's going to be, I don't think I really have to explain. Y'all know what you can expect with this. Now, it's going to have it'll be the very first phone you can get your hands on with the new Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5 CPU. So let's do this. Let me pull up, y'all ready? Let me pull up my giveaway. Yeah, all y'all get ready because we're going to do this quick. Let me go to my giveaway tool. Now, check this out. All right, so here's what we're going to do. Let me share this screen. All right, so here we go. I got mine set. All right, is everybody ready? Semper Buffo, what's going on, man? Yes, good evening to you too. Damn, am I getting older or I'm having a harder time seeing? Kempo 685 GPU, yes. The modem is new TSMC. Yes, the modem is, thank you. The modem is TSMC made, or will be TSMC made, foundry, not Samsung, which is good news. I love my S25 Ultra coming from iPhone, no regrets here. I know well, let's say I know how you feel. I've always been Samsung, but man, I love this phone. So check it out. If you want to win a Amazon gift card, do this real quick. So let's just put Amazon is the keyword. Don't do it yet. Don't do it yet. Let me do hashtag Amazon. Well, I guess you could put hashtag Amazon in the chat. Hashtag Amazon in the chat, and I'll run the tool, even if it's 2 people, right? I'll let y'all do that real quick. And if you're watching this replay, don't miss the live streams because I'm going to be doing more giveaways. We're going to do giveaways every week. So make sure you stick around. I'm going to let a couple, and if Semper Buffo is the only one, then damn it, I'll give him one. But I'll give y'all another 30 seconds or so. And what am I looking for? Let me see if I got any more S25 Ultra case. Oh, I know I do. Cases. Oh, hang on. Maybe I don't. I thought I had another Rinky. I mean, what is it called? A Nilken case for the S25 Ultra. Oh well. Damn, I got cases all over the place. It looks like you may be the lucky winner. I'm gonna give everybody a few more seconds. And I'm assuming you have an Amazon account. If not, let me know, but all right, I gotta go, so let's run this. It looks like you're gonna be the only one. Damn it, I need more than one person. All right, well, screw it. Email me on the back end. Yeah, you're welcome. Email me at well, it's eSIMstudios@gmail.com. eSIMstudios@gmail.com. Email me, and I'll send you a $20 Amazon gift card. How about that? So appreciate you joining me today, and thank you wherever you're watching this. I do appreciate it. I got to run, but stay tuned to the channel. I got case reviews coming up, and we'll do more giveaways very soon. So catch me on the next one. You got my email? Perfect. Awesome. Okay, cool. Well, I'll talk to you in a few minutes and get that sent over to you in no time, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Peace out.